Hey, Dr. Malka here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to even out your legs in 3 simple steps. So patients come to me with one leg shorter than the other, and they all want to lift for their shoe. But uneven legs are rarely due to leg bones being different sizes. The truth is that the appearance of the uneven legs is due to the hips being too tight, due to muscles of the hips and the low back. So when this low back muscle here is tight, it's going to pull this hip up. So before we start, put your fingers right on the tops of those hip bones, look in a mirror, and get an idea of if one is higher than the other. Get that visual, because as we start doing these exercises to release those low back and those hip flexors, you'll see that these hip bones will even out once you reevaluate. The first of the 3 exercises, and probably the most important one, is to find a thick book. I'm using a yoga block, or you can even use your stairs. So step on the book, yoga block, or stair, and allow the other foot to drop down. As you can see, this leg now is longer than this leg. And what I'm doing essentially is stretching this area of my hip flexor and low back. And so the exercise that goes along with this is lift this hip up so that this foot passes the other foot. I'm now strengthening that quadratus lumborum, which controls this movement of the hip going up and down. So I'm stretching as I'm going down and strengthening as I'm coming up. So this way, whether that hip mover, that quadratus lumborum, is bringing the hip up due to tightness or allowing the hip to drop down during weakness, we're addressing both of those. So I'm going to bring this hip up and down, up and down. And I'm going to do this for a full minute. And you should feel fatigue in this area. And that's good. This is a great strengthening as well as stretching exercises. Now I'm going to turn around so you can see it from behind. I'm going to be doing the other leg now. Again, stepping on a staircase, a book, or a yoga block. Allow this other foot to drop down, and you can see this foot is below the other foot. Then bring it up, strengthening that quadratus lumborum, and dropping down and stretching it. Bringing it up, strengthening it, and then dropping it down and feeling that stretch. You can even rock that foot back and forth, side to side, just to really feel that stretch. Bring it up and drop it down. And do this for a full minute. Up and then down. This next exercise, or these next 2 exercises, are going to be done on your back. You could either put the Theracane between the leg or the yoga block between the legs. I'm going to use the yoga block. And what you want to do is have the legs apart and then just squeeze the knees together and relax. Squeeze the knees together. And what we're looking for here is an opening up of the hips. And you might even hear an audible popping sound. Just that sacrum area, as we squeeze the legs together, the sacrum area gaps. And relax. Squeeze the legs together and relax. Make sure also your low back's not in an arch, or nor is it completely tucked up. You want to be in a neutral spine for this, and squeeze together and relax, and squeeze together and relax. Now the third and final exercise to fix those uneven hips is to get, I'm going to use the Theracane or you could use a bar or a broomstick, put it under one leg and on top of the other. And in this exercise, what I'm going to be doing is pushing down with this leg and up with the other leg. So I'm coming up in this direction with this leg and then down with the other leg. And again, this is just to open up that hip area and relax. And once again, I'm pushing down with this right thigh, up with the left thigh. And this is done in a static motion. And I just felt a little pop in my low back. That's really good. And then relax. And then we're going to switch. Put the Theracane or the broom or any sort of pole under the left leg on top of the right leg. Bring the right thigh up in the air, the left leg down. It's a crisscross fashion. And relax. Bring this leg up, the right leg up, the left leg down. So a very powerful exercise. You can drop this foot down to the ground and then again, push up against the bar and then down with the opposite leg, which in this case is the left leg down, right leg up. Now that we're finished with our 3 exercises to even out the hips, put your fingers again on the top of the hip, look in the mirror, and see how they magically evened out. We will be launching a new YouTube video every Wednesday and Friday at 3 p.m. And I'll be available for any questions you have or suggestions for future videos.